Alrighty, looks like today we have Menagerie. For draw, there's Paddock, Cavalry, and Sheepdog. Hostelry also gives horses, which are like one-shot laboratories, but you have to discard one copper per horse you get, so you're only breaking even on net draw when you do that, though it is a strong effect. Mastermind is also like a smidgen of draw, but not really the primary source of draw here. For villages, we got Hostelry, Mastermind, Village Green, Snowy Village, eventually Paddock very late in the game. No bona fide trashing. I check the landscapes actually. Yeah, no trashing, though Toil also makes the list of villages in a pinch. But we have Sanctuary, exiling a card. You still technically own it, but it is as good as trashing a card because it gets it out of your deck permanently, so Sanctuary will do the trick. Plus buy, there is Sanctuary and Snowy Village. You also have Kiln for gains, and Kiln gaining a cavalry actually would be bona fide plus buy. Cavalry is like buy neutral normally because you buy it, you get the buy back, but it doesn't net you buys for the purposes of like gaining two provinces. But if you played a Kiln, then played a cavalry and gained a cavalry without buying it, you would just get the plus buy straight up, and then you could like buy two provinces even if Snowy Village or Sanctuary weren't around. Not that I expect that to be the main source of plus buy. Okay, so yeah, it looks like you got plenty of draw, villages, thinning, just a question of balancing your priorities. I wonder if the end goal of the game is to play Cardinal a bunch of times. My guess is probably not. That can't be a nasty attack, especially like once a key pile empties. Like let's say Paddock's empty, then you start playing Cardinal, you exile the Paddocks, and there's no way to get him back. Normally, you get stuff back off the exile mat by buying a new copy of it, and once you gain a new copy of a card, you can unexile all the old copies as well. But if the pile's empty, there's no way to regain them and rescue your Paddocks. Here, though, for one, your deck's probably gonna have a bunch of horses in it, and Cardinal hitting horses is not threatening because you can just play cavalry or Paddock, get more horses back, and then rescue your old horses. I also think that piles could run quickly enough with kilns around to not plan on the game going super long. Horse is just like a one-shot laboratory. Yes, I think probably once you like mastermind and kiln set up, piles deplete quickly, and then something happens. I don't think this is going to get started all too quickly, though. There's nothing here that really jumpstarts your deck all that fast. You want to hit five a bunch early on, I think. Sanctuary for thinning, and then Paddock, I think, is a strong source of draw. How to get there? Double silver, sheepdog silver, cardinal silver, I think are the things worth thinking about. Cardinal could throw a wrench into their plans, but it could also just discard two of their normal cards and cycle them. Uh, it also potentially conflicts early with any Paddocks you're adding to the deck. Sheepdog Silver. I think I like Sheepdog Silver the most. And let me fix the volume. Silver and a moat equivalent is pretty likely to hit 5-4. 0% chance to hit double fives. And double fives would be nice here, which could be a case for silver silver, but it's also a little bit more likely to hit five at least once than silver silver. And 5-4 could be like a sanctuary and a cavalry or sanctuary and village green, depending on what happens, and that'd be fine. Do you think I like that? It's not super clear. Bot goes with Cardinal, which I think is also totally reasonable. Snowy Village is a strange turn two buy. That's not doing anything for you in the opening. I don't agree with that at all. And I think I am going to say Paddock before Sanctuary. The priority there is not super clear, but if I want both early, I think Paddock gets you to Sanctuary more reliably than Sanctuary gets you back to Paddock. And in terms of their effect on the... God dang. Okay, so there's Cardinal demonstrating its utility. Uh, I'll take a Snowy Village now. What am I hitting next turn? Let me check. Is this going to be 5 money and play Village Green? I discarded a copper and a Paddock. I'm looking at 3 coppers. No, it's silver, 2 coppers, and a Village Green. So I'm actually at risk of whiffing next turn. I was hoping to have 5 money plus a. Wait, no, it still doesn't add up. What am I missing? No, I was right the first time, right? There's 3 coppers here, 1 copper in the discard. There's 3 coppers down there, a silver and a village green. Okay, yes, that's what I thought. In which case, I'll just buy another sheepdog for the moment. This is the hand I was wanting to have because I can just play the village green for next turn. Not trigger the shuffle yet, importantly, because that's got all my bad cards down there. Then rebuy the paddocks. And now I'll have a good turn. Albeit be a little bit slow to the sanctuary. I didn't really want 2 paddocks before my first sanctuary. My bottom 5 have a bunch of horses. Sorry, a bunch of estates. Which means I should probably pursue here. It's like 2 estates, 1 copper, a second paddock, and a second sheepdog. I think pursue once, leaving the paddock on top, and then buy a sanctuary. The alternative could be pursue once and buy a hostelry gaining 3 horses, which accelerates the deck a lot, but still doesn't leave me with plus buy quite yet, so I don't like that as much. Didn't really want to draw that horse, but okay. 1 more sanctuary. Mastermind already. I think I like early mastermind. Be a second sanctuary now. What's down there? There's a village green down there, isn't there? That's a good case for pursuing. Pursue. Get a sheepdog on top. I've discarded the village green, which means I can play it for free. And play that for next turn. And just a sheepdog. If I end up with too much money and too few buys, which I think was the risk of buying sheepdog over village green, I could always resolve that by buying cavalry, which is not costing a buy. Okay. Second mastermind and a snowy village. Goodbye, horse. You'll be back soon. And I'm just gonna play the paddock. Draw a ton of cards. Don't want to play more horses than necessary. Let's play the snowy village. Paddock. Play all those. What's that bottom card? I feel like it's just a horse, unless I'm missing something. I'm not seeing any cards unaccounted for. Now is probably a good time to add a kiln. Maybe a kiln, a third mastermind. Or, I don't know, mastermind's a pretty good target for gaining with kiln. Maybe a second sanctuary for more buys. And then the third buy can be hostelry. I could just be double kiln, actually. There's a lot of stuff I want to gain with kiln. I'm about to add a village, so I can't support it. Also, Mastermind's an easy card to toil. So you're playing it at the end of the turn. This might be a little bit greedy, but I think I can draw it. In the worst case scenario, I always have cavalry to bail me out of a bad hand. Those are a remarkably inaccurate cardinal given the composition of my deck right now. Okay. So what are the main targets for this kiln? Probably 1 more mastermind. And I think 1 more paddock seems fine. Or maybe I should have done kiln on kiln, actually. I might already be able to support 3 kilns. Oh well. I don't want to put the horses in that shuffle because I want to draw the mastermind first. Well, this is fine. There's a bunch of horses on top. One, two, three, four. Unfortunately, I wonder if there's any case to be made for. I don't think. I was imagining a scenario where you gain and play stuff by leaving a horse on hand, like you buy Mastermind, toil the horse to draw the Mastermind, then toil the Mastermind. And I think the fact that you're putting a bunch of horses into your discard with Paddock is going to complicate that because you just end up accidentally drawing the horses a bunch of times. But maybe there's gain and play to be done with cavalry instead on future turns that I should look out for. We'll see. Oops, almost clicked in buys. That was dangerous. Let's add another paddock and another kiln. I think my goal for this turn is to get a bunch of masterminds in play and then win on the following turn. Okay, so probably step one is going to be to gain a bunch of additional villages and kilns. Why did... Oh, I understand. I was just trying to figure out why the kiln didn't gain the sheepdog, which actually I'm glad that it didn't. Uh, but that's because kiln says you may first gain a copy of it. So I gained the kiln, played the sheepdog, then resolve the second kiln's effect, and now I'll gain whatever I play next. There we go. Let's gain another village. Let's draw said village. Okay. I think I want to trigger that sheepdog quite yet. Okay. Now I think I want a mastermind. Village green. Film mastermind. Gain the mastermind. Draw the mastermind. And I think just one more sequence of buy mastermind, buy cavalry, play mastermind looks good. It's gonna cost me a bunch of money to play all that, but that should be fine. Buying here, I guess just a sanctuary. Easiest way to lose this game would be if the cardinal hit that one sanctuary. Uh, discarding the village green is kind of funny because if I regain a village green, discarding village green from the exile mat actually counts as a discard, and I can play all the village greens for free. Takes a province. I think this should be a fairly simple win here. Just draw a bunch of cards. Okay. So step one, let's just go ahead and gain kilns. Gain a third kiln. Now let's gain sanctuary. Play Paddock a million times. Okay. Try piling. Actually, I don't even know what I'm piling. Village Green looks like one of the piles. And what else? Could empty masterminds, sheepdogs. I guess I shouldn't have played that last sheepdog then, should I? If I wanted the mastermind to gain, or if I wanted the kiln to gain sheepdogs. Oh well. Let's do masterminds then. Gain a copy. Gain a copy. Gain a copy. Oh, why did I even? Mastermind's already empty. Let's use the last kiln on the village green. Alrighty. Plenty of money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And end buys. I think this is pretty straightforward. It looks like there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's a very typical case of thin a bit, add some draw, add some villages, add some gains, and then your deck is just incrementally increasing.